An APC chieftain who goes by the name Jesutega Onokpasa is out once again to let us know that he has lost confidence in the EFCC.
I don't know what the hell is going on in that EFCC. If they are not jailing cross-dressers or bargaining plea bargain deals with bartenders, then we hear that they have collected 15 million from a cross-dresser to drop charges. I mean, it is a cesspit of corruption. We need to shake the EFCC down from top to bottom.
According to him, he said the Yahaya Bello, who has been making the news for some time now, appeared substantially before the EFCC headquarters, and he offered himself to EFCC as an offer of sacrifice. And according to him, he said when Yahaya Bello got to EFCC headquarters, he told them, and I quote, that I learned that you have been looking for me. Here am I. Why have you been looking for me?
They told me that Yahaya Bello was there with Governor Dodo, and that people were hailing him, including the EFCC staff, calling him white lion, white lion, white lion. And he stayed there for 4 hours. He interacted with the chief of staff. I don't know where the chairman, my learned friend, Olukoyede was. He interacted with his chief of staff, who told him to go home. Only for that same person to go to the Kogi State Governor's Lodge to ask the same person who had presented himself, who had said, whenever you need me, they told him that if we need you, that's what police do. I don't know the kind of training EFCC officers have.
And according to him, EFCC and Dr. Ruben Abati of Arise News, EFCC now said that it should go, that anytime he is needed, he will be called to come and answer his queries.
Very quickly, I mean, I don't need to repeat the story. The former governor of Kogi State, now is facing 16 additional charges. And the EFCC, has come up with this after he went to the premises, stayed in the car park for a number of hours, wanted, the EFCC to take him in, but the EFCC said he didn't follow due protocol. Why will an accused person, a person who has been declared wanted, a person who has been asked by the court to present himself, come into the premises of the EFCC with so much fanfare, as if he were there to intimidate the EFCC? We had the Director of Public Affairs of EFCC, on the morning show this week, and he said, no, the place that he should have gone to will be appropriately the court of law. And when the matter came up on September 25, he was not there. His lawyer was saying that they had already gone straight to the Supreme Court to even challenge the validity of the warrant of arrest that was issued by the EFCC. These are some of the very latest developments. Your take?
Well, once again, thanks for having me, Dr. Abati. The law is let's just wrap this up very quickly. The law is what it is, Dr. Abati. And I thank God that you are equally a learned gentleman. You see, all these excuses by the EFCC, they are just trying to gaslight people who arguably even know law better than them. Now, if you have declared someone wanted, you have described the person as a suspect, okay? Howsoever how the person shows up at your headquarters, it's as simple as you declared Jack Robinson wanted. Then Jack Robinson shows up at a police station. Then the duty sergeant, the duty officer says, what are you doing here, Jack Robinson? And he says, well, you people declared me wanted. He says, go home. What is the inference to be drawn from that in law? I don't have a case to answer. Then you come to my house at night, at dead of night. You start shooting. No, that's not even that's not how it panned out. You come to my house at night, you ask me to shoot a home video with you, that I should star in a home video, and cooperate with you, pretend that I'm being arrested, just to humiliate me. Who is going to do that? I went, Governor Yahaya Bello, former Governor Yahaya Bello, went to the EFCC headquarters. Even if, for instance, he had been declared wanted in 1960, so 64 years later, he shows up at the police station, or at the, in this case, the office of the headquarters of the Law Enforcement Agency, EFCC, he is liable to be interrogated. You interrogate him. If you feel it is quite unreasonable to even take someone who has presented himself before law enforcement into custody. If you like, oh, no problem. You did not. You asked him to go out. As for saying someone came there with fanfare, I mean, that's absolute balderdash to a lawyer. I also heard the EFCC spokesman, who, by the way, is my brother, that he said that he was insinuating that Governor Ododo ought not to have been there. And I'm like, I mean, the EFCC headquarters is a public building. Yahaya Bello submitted himself to the chief security officer of his state. The chief security officer of his state, who, by the way, is the custodian of these monies that they claim, this ridiculous amounts. I don't know how much money there is in Kogi State, that somebody can just embezzle 80 billion and another 110 billion. I mean, it's laughable. These monies are, it is Governor Ododo that is the custodian of the money. Now he brings the person you say is a suspect that stole this money to you. I mean, what is he supposed to do? He is the chief security officer of Kogi State. He has brought the person to you. They said they were in the car park. Where else were they supposed to park? On top of the building. I went there that same morning because I don't trust the EFCC with this matter. I know they are just playing the script, and I have absolutely no confidence in them anymore. So I drove there myself. Where did I park, Dr. Abati? I parked at the car park. They told me that Yahaya Bello was there with Governor Ododo, and that people were hailing him, including the EFCC staff, calling him white lion, white lion, white lion. And he stayed there for 4 hours. He interacted with the chief of staff. I don't know where the chairman, my learned friend, Olukoyede was. He interacted with his chief of staff, who told him to go home. Only for that same person to go to the Kogi State Governor's Lodge to ask the same person who had presented himself, who had said, whenever you need me, they told him that if we need you, that's what police do. I don't know the kind of training the EFCC officers have. If we need you, we will call you. I am here. Call me. I will come. No, they brought their full Nollywood crew, basically, to come and stage a fake arrest. And he said, no, I will go there myself. Did I not come there in the morning? Then they started shooting in a residential neighborhood.
Jesutega, well, as counsel, what will you advise? Yes, will you say that former Governor Yahaya Bello should at least make the attempt again of either going back to the EFCC to fulfill all righteousness or show up in court? What will you advise?
Yahaya Bello, Dr. Abati, is good. Yahaya Bello is in court. This is the irony of this narrative. Yahaya Bello has never been a fugitive from justice. I interacted with Yahaya Bello. According to Yahaya Bello, this is he's not a lawyer. He's a highly intelligent man, but he's not a lawyer. He said he has credible evidence, intelligence, that people are trying to harm him under the guise of fighting corruption. Now, that sort of statement is not really, it's a bit too generalized to a lawyer.
Okay, quickly, let me clarify something. Let me clarify something. Are you part of Yahaya Bello's legal team? Are you a member of his legal team?
No. He's not at all. He's a very, very good friend of mine, someone who respects me greatly.
Oh, okay. So that's
and
your bona.
He's my fellow party man.
Oh, okay. That's a bona fide.
It's my fellow party man and my fellow Baptist, my fellow supporter of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
I see. Okay, very quickly. One of the narratives that former Governor Yahaya Bello's supporters have been putting out there is that this is a case of political persecution. They have said, look, there have been issues about misappropriation of funds in Kano State, in Benue State, in other states, in Kaduna State, for example. That why is it only Yahaya Bello?
Yeah.
But that argument would seem to have fallen flat because this week, or rather a few days ago, we have heard that the EFCC has arrested and detained former governor of Taraba State, Darius Ishaku, over the misappropriation of local government funds up to the tune of 27 billion naira. Is it a difference in law to say, why are you coming after me? Why not the other man?
Oh, as you probably even know better than me, Dr. Abati, justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. When the law enforcement seems to be executing selective justice, well, it makes everyone lose confidence in the system. In the case of former Governor Yahaya Bello, I mean, it is so clear, crystal clear, that it is a hatchet job that the EFCC is up to. The person that you declared wanted, I mean, Ruben, try to wrap your head around this absolutely clumsy, bizarre scenario. You declared someone wanted. You tarnished his reputation. You subjected him to a media trial. The person comes to your office, says, here I am, and you tell him to go home. Then at night, you go to attack him, start shooting in the residential neighborhood. That person in law, and I challenge any lawyer to refute that. That person in law is entitled to feel you are trying to assassinate him. Why didn't you just take me to custody if you are so desperate to have me? I have come to the police station. You did not arrest me. You told me to go back to my flat. Then in the middle of the night, you start shooting. You want to kill me. I have a right to self-preservation, for God's sake. That is a fundamental human right. That is Yahaya Bello's fundamental human right. Now, this narrative of Yahaya Bello running from the law. Do you know how people run from the law? You run from the law by thumbing your finger at the court. You don't go briefing lawyers to go and represent you in court. Yahaya Bello has been in court all this while. He's not a fugitive. He's not running from anything. He's not even the kind of person that runs from anyone or anything. So this old narrative, I don't know what the hell is going on in that EFCC. If they are not jailing cross-dressers or bargaining plea bargain deals with bartenders, then we hear that they have collected 15 million from a cross-dresser to drop charges. I mean, it is a cesspit of corruption. We need to shake the EFCC down from top to bottom. And with due respect to my learned colleague, Olukoyede, I would say, anytime, any day, you see, if the problem we have in life, generally in this country, we do not learn from hindsight. Many have gone. It's something that people used to write in those luxurious buses in those days. Let him go down memory lane and see where his predecessors ended up. In fact, in his own case, he is by far the worst head in that agency.
Well,
he's brought it into disrepute and disgrace.
Well, in fairness to...
I repeat, he has brought it into disrepute and disgrace.
In fairness to the EFCC chairman, he has consistently ordered, directed, initiated investigations into all the allegations of corruption against his team, whatever those allegations may be. And he has done so again most recently. So just to put things in perspective. But I would like to thank you.
Yes, yes, but also to be fair, Dr. Abati, could you help me just inquire from him why former Governor Yahaya Bello came to his headquarters in the morning, in broad daylight, where everybody could see him, I mean, is there a law that says you cannot arrest
Well,
someone you call a suspect
well,
in broad daylight?
The EFCC.
Then you did not arrest him. Then you waited till dead of night, pretending to be trying to arrest him.
I get your point. The
Just
EFCC.
help me ask him and get back to me.
The EFCC is also an investigating body. You know, maybe they were carrying out investigations on the basis of which they filed fresh charges. So they may not want to take him in before, you know, they took that next step, which they have now taken. So
I would like you to study these new charges and the elements of the charges, and you will see it's a recycling of the old charges. A lot of the elements.
Okay,
I mean,
Jesutega.
I don't know what they do.
Okay.
And they cannot just bash on the EFCC headquarters unannounced. They said the reason be that they said the manner he came was intimidating. That he came with a large entourage in alliance in the company of the Kogi State governor. Like you know, Yahaya Bello was the one who installed the current Kogi State governor. Jesutega has, however, said that the EFCC lacks credibility, that they are just doing paparazzi up and down, that if at all you have declared somebody wanted and the person single-handedly by himself came to offer himself to you, how can you, in your reasons, tell the person to go, that when he is needed, he will be called, all because he appeared with the state governor of his state? Jesutega Onokpasa, an APC chieftain who is a party man of APC in same thing with Yahaya Bello, is now saying that he has lost confidence in EFCC. And like me and you know, I mean like I know, the EFCC's activity recently has spread incredibility. They have not been meeting up with their responsibility. Many of their activities has been questionable. Nigerians, both at home and in diaspora, has questioned on several occasions the activities of the EFCC. This is not a surprise to many Nigerians.